Armor enchantments. Armor enchantments are a vital aspect of survival and combat in Minecraft. They provide players with the ability to enhance their armor, giving them additional protection and various special abilities. Whether you're exploring caves, fighting mobs, or preparing for the ultimate boss battles, having the right enchantments can make all the difference. There are several enchantments available for armor, each offering a unique benefit to help you thrive in the harsh world of Minecraft. Protection. The Protection enchantment is one of the most commonly used enchantments for all types of armor. It reduces the damage from most sources, including physical damage, fire damage, fall damage, and more. With this enchantment, players can survive longer in combat and in dangerous environments. The higher the level of protection, the more damage is mitigated. However, it doesn't protect against all damage types, such as poison, the wither effect, or certain environmental hazards. This enchantment can be applied to helmets, chestplates, leggings, and boots, and it's a go-to choice for general defense. Protection can be applied to all armor pieces, making it a reliable and universal choice. Fire protection. Fire protection is a specialized enchantment designed to protect players from fire and lava damage. It significantly reduces the damage taken from fire-based sources, such as flames, lava, and fire charges. In a world filled with dangerous lava lakes and fire-spitting mobs like blazes, this enchantment can save your life. Fire protection can be applied to all 4 armor pieces and is particularly useful when exploring the Nether or dealing with fire-related hazards. Higher levels of fire protection offer better resistance, making it a crucial enchantment for fire-heavy environments. However, it does not grant complete immunity to fire or lava. Instead, it lessens the damage. So it's important to combine it with other strategies, like wearing a potion of fire resistance. Blast protection. As its name suggests, blast protection is designed to reduce the damage caused by explosions. This enchantment is incredibly valuable when dealing with explosive mobs like creepers, ghasts, and TNT. It also provides protection from explosions caused by the Ender Dragon's breath or the Wither's explosive attacks. Blast protection can be applied to helmets, chestplates, leggings, and boots, and it reduces the damage players take from explosions by a significant amount. The higher the enchantment level, the more protection you gain. This enchantment is particularly useful when exploring structures such as temples or fortresses, where explosive traps or mobs may lurk. Combining blast protection with other enchantments can help you survive the most dangerous explosions with ease. Projectile protection. For players who often find themselves under attack from ranged mobs like skeletons, strays, or the Ender Dragon, projectile protection is a must-have enchantment. It reduces the damage taken from projectiles such as arrows, tridents, and gassed fireballs. This enchantment is ideal for PvP, player versus player, combat, and is incredibly useful when dealing with mobs that primarily attack from a distance. Projectile protection can be applied to all types of armor and can make a big difference in survival during intense ranged battles. Just like blast protection, its effectiveness increases with each level, so it's worth investing in this enchantment when facing a lot of ranged threats. Feather falling. Feather falling is an enchantment exclusive to boots. This enchantment reduces fall damage, making it an essential tool for players who like to explore high places or engage in aerial combat. With feather falling, players can drop from great heights without taking as much damage, allowing for safer exploration in mountains, sky bases, or caves. The higher the level of feather falling, the less fall damage is taken. This enchantment is particularly useful when you're building tall structures or navigating the treacherous heights of Minecraft's mountains and cliffs. In survival, feather falling can be a lifesaver, preventing deadly falls from killing you or destroying your valuable items. Depth Strider. Depth Strider is another enchantment exclusive to boots, and it provides a major advantage when exploring underwater. This enchantment increases your movement speed while submerged, making it much easier to swim through oceans, caves, and other bodies of water. Depth Strider can be a game changer for underwater exploration, allowing you to escape hostile mobs like drowned or collect resources from the ocean floor much faster. It also makes it easier to explore underwater ruins or build underwater structures. The enchantment has 3 levels, with each level increasing your movement speed significantly. Depth Strider is especially helpful for players who spend a lot of time in aquatic environments. Frostwalker. Frostwalker is a unique enchantment for boots that turns water into ice as you walk on it. This enchantment is useful for traversing water bodies without the need for boats or other forms of transportation. As you walk across the surface of water, it instantly freezes into ice, allowing you to walk across oceans, rivers, and lakes. This enchantment is particularly useful when you need to cross large bodies of water or when you want to travel faster across water-filled landscapes. Frostwalker has 2 levels, with the second level allowing you to walk across even larger areas of water without the ice melting. However, this enchantment only works on water, not on lava or other liquids. Respiration. The respiration enchantment is applied to helmets and allows players to breathe underwater for a longer period. When you wear a helmet enchanted with respiration, your underwater breathing time is extended, making it easier to explore underwater caves, mine resources, and fight hostile mobs like guardians and drowned. Respiration also provides better visibility when underwater, reducing the effect of water's murkiness. Respiration has 3 levels, with each level significantly extending your underwater breathing time. This enchantment is essential for any player who enjoys underwater exploration, as it provides greater freedom and safety in the water. Thorns. Thorns is an enchantment that can be applied to all types of armor and causes damage to any entity that hits you. When an enemy attacks you, it takes damage from the Thorns enchantment, which can be particularly useful in combat scenarios. Thorns can be applied to helmets, chest plates, leggings, and boots, and the damage it inflicts increases with each level. This enchantment is great for players who want to deter enemies from attacking or who prefer to deal damage without directly engaging in combat. Thorns is also a useful tool for reducing the effectiveness of mobs like zombies, which often swarm in large numbers, or for PvP, where it can cause significant damage to other players who rely on close-range attacks. Unbreaking. Unbreaking is an enchantment that can be applied to all armor, weapons, and tools. It increases the durability of your gear by making it break less often. With Unbreaking, your armor lasts longer and requires fewer repairs, making it an incredibly valuable enchantment, especially for high-tier armor like Diamond and Netherite. The higher the level of Unbreaking, the more durable the item becomes. This enchantment is highly recommended for players who want to get the most out of their gear and avoid constantly repairing or replacing their armor. Mending. Mending is one of the most sought-after enchantments in Minecraft. It can be applied to all armor and items, and it allows them to repair themselves over time. As you gain experience points, a portion of those points is used to repair the enchanted item, gradually restoring its durability. This enchantment is ideal for high-tier gear such as Diamond or Netherite armor, as it allows you to use the armor indefinitely as long as you continue to gain experience. Mending can be obtained through enchanted books and is highly recommended for players who want to keep their best armor in top condition without having to use anvils or resources for repairs. Soul Speed. Soul Speed is an enchantment exclusive to boots. It increases your movement speed when walking on soul sand and soul soil, 2 unique blocks found in the Nether. This enchantment can be helpful when navigating the Nether, as these blocks significantly slow your movement speed. Soul Speed has 3 levels, with each level increasing your speed across soul sand and soul soil. It is a valuable enchantment for players who frequently travel through the Nether, as it allows them to move more efficiently across these difficult terrains. Aqua Affinity. Aqua Affinity is an enchantment exclusive to helmets that increases the player's mining speed while underwater. This enchantment makes underwater mining faster, allowing players to mine blocks at the same speed as on land. Aqua Affinity is an excellent choice for those who spend a lot of time gathering resources from underwater ruins or the ocean floor, as it speeds up mining without the need for potions or other tools. Curse of Binding. Curse of Binding is an enchantment that can be applied to armor, causing it to become permanently attached to the player's body once worn. The armor cannot be removed unless the player dies, so it is a highly strategic and dangerous enchantment. It can be used for fun, challenging scenarios, or in PvP combat to trap opponents in unwanted armor. However, it can be risky, so it's best to use it with caution. Weapon Enchantments. In Minecraft, weapon enchantments play a vital role in enhancing your gear and improving your ability to fight against mobs, players, and other threats. Enchantments can increase your damage output, provide special effects, or even add utility to your weapons, making them essential for both survival and combat. Weapons like swords, axes, bows, crossbows, and tridents can all be enchanted to help you in various situations. Below is a detailed breakdown of the most important weapon enchantments in the game. Sharpness. The Sharpness enchantment is one of the most powerful and versatile weapon enchantments available. It applies to swords and axes and increases the amount of damage dealt to any target, making it ideal for general combat. This enchantment boosts your weapon's attack power by a fixed amount, with higher levels providing greater damage. Sharpness is useful in a wide range of scenarios, from fighting mobs like zombies and skeletons to taking down players in PvP, player versus player, combat. Sharpness is often the go-to enchantment for those looking to maximize their damage potential, making it a popular choice for both PvE, player versus environment, and PvP situations. Smite. Smite is an enchantment designed specifically to deal extra damage to undead mobs, including zombies, skeletons, strays, drowned, husks, and phantoms. This enchantment is ideal for players who want to fight these common hostile mobs more effectively. Smite can be applied to swords and axes, with each level increasing the damage dealt to undead mobs. Although it doesn't apply to other mobs, such as creepers or Enderman, Smite is incredibly useful in areas like the Overworld and the Nether, where undead mobs are often prevalent. Players who spend a lot of time fighting mobs like zombies or need to clear out spawners can benefit greatly from this enchantment. Bane of Arthropods. Bane of Arthropods is an enchantment that boosts your weapon's damage against arthropod mobs, such as spiders, bees, endermites, silverfish, and the more dangerous cave spiders. When applied to swords and axes, this enchantment increases your attack power against these mobs. Bane of Arthropods is perfect for players who frequently venture into caves or encounter these pesky creatures. It's particularly useful when clearing out spider spawners or fighting off swarms of bees. Although Bane of Arthropods is limited to a specific group of mobs, it provides a significant boost to your damage against these creatures, making it an effective choice for bug hunting or cave exploration. Knockback. The knockback enchantment applies to swords and increases the force at which your weapon knocks enemies back when you hit them. Knockback is useful for creating space between you and your opponent, especially when facing mobs or players in close combat. It can be particularly helpful for pushing enemies off cliffs, out of dangerous areas, or away from other threats. In PvP combat, knockback can prevent opponents from getting too close to you, allowing you to keep them at a distance. However, it's important to note that knockback can sometimes be counterproductive, as it can make it harder to land additional hits or control where enemies go. Despite this, it's a valuable enchantment for those who want to control the battlefield and keep enemies at bay. Fire Aspect. Fire Aspect is an enchantment that sets your target on fire when you hit them with your weapon. This enchantment applies to swords and deals additional fire damage over time, burning your target for a few seconds after they are hit. The fire damage can be especially useful for taking down mobs that are weak to fire, such as zombies or pigmen. Fire Aspect can also be used as a deterrent in PvP, as the burning effect adds extra damage and pressure to your opponent. The higher the level of Fire Aspect, the longer the burn lasts. However, players should be cautious when using this enchantment, as it may cause environmental damage or destroy items dropped by mobs that burn to death. Looting. Looting is a highly useful enchantment for swords, as it increases the chances of mobs dropping rare items or additional resources upon death. Looting can be a game changer for farming specific items, such as rare mob drops like ender pearls, wither skeleton skulls, or ghast tears. When applied to a sword, looting increases the drop rate for these items, making it an essential enchantment for players looking to gather resources from mobs. Looting can also increase the number of items dropped, making it an excellent choice for players who are farming for specific materials or trying to gather rare drops for crafting or trading. The looting enchantment has 3 levels, with higher levels giving a better chance for additional drops. Unbreaking. The Unbreaking enchantment is one of the most useful enchantments for all types of gear, including weapons. It increases the durability of your weapon by reducing the rate at which it loses durability with each use. With Unbreaking, your sword, axe, or any other weapon will last much longer before needing repairs or replacements. This enchantment applies to all tools, weapons, and armor, making it a valuable addition to any item that has limited durability. Unbreaking comes in 3 levels, with each level providing a higher chance for your weapon to not lose durability upon use. For players who rely heavily on their weapons in combat, this enchantment helps extend the life of their gear and ensures they won't need to constantly craft new weapons. Sweeping Edge. Sweeping Edge is an enchantment exclusive to swords, and it boosts the damage of the sword's sweeping attack. Sweeping attacks are special attacks that hit multiple enemies at once when you swing your sword. The Sweeping Edge enchantment increases the damage dealt to all mobs caught in the sweep, allowing you to clear out groups of enemies more efficiently. This enchantment is particularly useful when fighting large groups of mobs, such as in mob farms or during raids. Sweeping Edge has 3 levels, with each level increasing the damage of your sweeping attack. It's a great enchantment for players who prefer to fight in large groups or want to deal with swarms of enemies more effectively. Mending. Mending is a highly coveted enchantment for weapons that allows you to repair your gear automatically using experience orbs. As you collect experience, a portion of that experience is used to repair your weapon, slowly restoring its durability. Mending can be applied to all types of weapons, and it's a valuable enchantment for players who want to keep their best gear in working condition without constantly using an anvil or crafting new items. This enchantment is particularly useful for high-tier weapons like Diamond or Netherite, as it saves players resources and ensures their weapons last indefinitely. Mending is often considered a must-have enchantment for endgame gear, as it allows players to maintain their weapons throughout long adventures and battles. Channeling. Channeling is a unique enchantment that can only be applied to tridents. When a player with a channeling enchanted trident throws it during a thunderstorm, The trident summons a lightning bolt, striking a target that it hits. Channeling can be used to strike mobs, players, or objects with a lightning bolt, and it's a useful tool for quickly defeating enemies or activating certain gameplay mechanics. For example, channeling can be used to turn a villager into a witch or a creeper into a charged creeper, both of which are useful for farming rare drops. However, channeling can only be used during a thunderstorm, making it a situational enchantment. Impaling. Impaling is another enchantment exclusive to tridents. It increases the damage dealt to aquatic mobs, such as fish, squids, drowned, and guardians. When applied to a trident, impaling allows players to deal additional damage while fighting underwater or in aquatic environments. This enchantment is incredibly useful for players who spend a lot of time in the ocean or who frequently battle underwater mobs. Impaling comes in 5 levels, with each level significantly increasing the damage dealt to aquatic creatures. It's a must-have enchantment for anyone looking to become a master of the seas and easily defeat any underwater threats. Riptide. Riptide is another enchantment exclusive to tridents. It allows players to throw their trident and propel themselves forward when the trident is thrown in water or during a rainstorm. This enchantment is useful for traveling across large bodies of water, or for quickly escaping dangerous situations. Riptide is available in 3 levels, with each level increasing the speed and distance you can travel when using the enchantment. Riptide is a fantastic way to navigate the world quickly, especially in large oceans or when you want to travel through the air after throwing the trident in rain. Loyalty. Loyalty is an enchantment exclusive to tridents. It makes a thrown trident return to the player after a short delay. This enchantment is perfect for players who want to use their trident in combat, as it ensures that the weapon returns to them after being thrown, eliminating the need to retrieve it manually. Loyalty is especially useful when engaging enemies at a distance or in situations where you may not want to approach the target to collect the trident. It comes in 3 levels, with each level reducing the time it takes for the trident to return. Loyalty is perfect for keeping your trident close at hand during battle. Tool enchantments. In Minecraft, tools are essential for gathering resources, mining, and crafting, and enchantments can significantly enhance their efficiency and effectiveness. Enchanting your tools can speed up your work, make resource gathering easier, and even add unique abilities that transform the way you interact with the world. In Minecraft, tools are essential for gathering resources, mining, and crafting, and enchantments can significantly enhance their efficiency and effectiveness. Enchanting your tools can speed up your work, make resource gathering easier, and even add unique abilities that transform the way you interact with the world. Efficiency. The efficiency enchantment is one of the most popular and useful tool enchantments. It applies to pickaxes, axes, shovels, and hoes, increasing the speed at which you can mine, chop, dig, or till blocks. The higher the level of efficiency, the faster your tool works, which is essential for resource gathering, mining, and even building. Efficiency is particularly valuable for players who need to gather large amounts of resources quickly, such as when mining ores or clearing large areas. This enchantment can make tedious tasks like mining stone or chopping wood feel much more efficient, saving you time and energy. Efficiency has 5 levels, with each level increasing the speed at which your tool works. Unbreaking. Unbreaking is a highly valuable enchantment for all tools, as it reduces the rate at which your tool loses durability with each use. When a tool is enchanted with Unbreaking, it has a chance not to use durability upon each action. This can make a tool last much longer, meaning you won't need to repair or replace it as often. Unbreaking is available in 3 levels, with each level increasing the chance that your tool will retain its durability after being used. For players who spend a lot of time using their tools, this enchantment is essential for extending their lifespan. Unbreaking can be combined with other enchantments like Efficiency or Fortune to create powerful tools that last for a long time without breaking. Fortune. The Fortune enchantment applies to pickaxes and increases the chances of getting additional drops from ores and blocks. When you mine certain blocks like diamond ore, emerald ore, redstone ore, or lapis lazuli ore, Fortune increases the number of items dropped. This enchantment is incredibly valuable for resource gathering, especially when mining precious materials like diamonds, emeralds, or lapis lazuli. The more levels of Fortune you have on your pickaxe, the more resources you will obtain. Fortune has 3 levels, with each level increasing the drop rate and number of items obtained. It's a fantastic enchantment for players who want to maximize their resource output and make mining more profitable. Silk Touch. Silk Touch is another powerful enchantment that can be applied to pickaxes, shovels, and axes. This enchantment allows you to harvest blocks in their original form instead of breaking them into their usual dropped items. For example, when you mine a diamond ore block with a Silk Touch enchanted pickaxe, you'll receive the ore block itself rather than diamonds. This is especially useful for collecting blocks like grass, stone, or even ores that would normally drop items when mined. Silk Touch is perfect for players who want to gather specific blocks, or preserve their original form for decorative or storage purposes. Silk Touch can also be used to collect things like mushroom blocks or ice, which would otherwise break into their separate components. This enchantment is particularly helpful for players looking to create unique builds or farms. Mending. The Mending enchantment allows you to automatically repair your tools using experience orbs. As you collect experience, a portion of that experience is used to repair your tool, meaning you don't have to constantly use an anvil to fix it. Mending is one of the most sought-after enchantments, as it can keep your tools in perfect condition indefinitely, as long as you continue to collect experience. Mending is a great enchantment for high-value tools like diamond, netherite, or even enchanted tools with powerful effects, as it ensures your tools last forever. This enchantment is particularly helpful in long-term gameplay and survival, as it reduces the need to replace or repair tools, saving resources in the long run. Mending can be applied to any tool that has durability, including pickaxes, shovels, axes, and hoes. Curse of Vanishing. Curse of Vanishing is an enchantment that causes your tool to disappear when you die. While this enchantment may seem undesirable, it can actually be useful in certain situations, such as preventing other players from stealing your gear in multiplayer worlds. This enchantment can only be applied to weapons, armor, and tools, and it's a helpful deterrent for players who don't want to risk losing valuable items when they die in-game. Curse of Vanishing can also be used in certain custom maps or adventure scenarios where items are meant to be lost upon death. While it's a more situational enchantment, it provides a unique gameplay mechanic that can be useful in specific contexts.